Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of My Chaotic Budget. My name is Sandra, and on this channel we do all things budget related as it pertains to mine and my husband's paychecks. And in this episode we're going to do a quick expense tracking for the weeks or the days of September 10th through the 18th. And I'm happy to say my hubby did get some bonus money, and so we're going to see a little bit of that because of course he wanted to keep some of that private and to himself, and so I'm only sharing what we're doing as a family and not so much the things that he would like to take care of for his own self. So I always respect what it is that he asks, and so that's what I'm doing. Okay, it is currently Friday morning and I'm gonna try to record this before I get to work. Hopefully I can edit it before I go to work too. But it's just going to be something quick, something super quick. You'll see here, of course, that we had my husband's paycheck on the 10th, and we had already budgeted everything there. We took out for our yearly fees and emergency cash. Then, of course, we loved our dining out. That is something we always do. And today is Friday, which means we are going to have our Chick-fil-A Friday. Ain't nobody going to stop that. Yes. And then, of course, we did do our responsibilities. We paid all of our bills. You're going to see that we do have all of our subscriptions here. We have our sinking funds that we moved into Ally. We have $85 that went in there. I already did my cash stuffing for that. If you want to check out that video, it'll be up in the cards. My husband had to buy some stuff at Home Depot. Walmart, we bought a few things. No, this was gas. We put gas in the vehicle. Tropical smoothie, that was my dining out. YouTube, I went ahead and I gave a super thanks to my buddy Clarissa. I appreciate her so much, and I know it's not a lot, but I was like, girl, go get a coffee. Hopefully, you know, she can go and enjoy the fall pleasures of the pumpkin spice. Okay, so then here we are. Hubby got his bonus money. And with that bonus money, of course, we really had not talked about what we were going to do. But we just kind of like took care of things as normal. So we had Chick-fil-A. We bought, my husband wanted to buy some Build-A-Bears for our daughters because they had been wanting them. And so he went ahead and he did that. It's so sweet. He cannot say no to them. So he got them some Build-A-Bears. This was me having lunch at work. I went to this pizza place called Pyology. Oh my God, it's so good. It's dangerous because this is how much it costs for one person. That's expensive. And then I did do a cash withdrawal of $500. Now, I went ahead and I put $100 in my husband's envelope. I put $100 in the pets because I'd like to get my dog groomed more often. My poor puppy, he doesn't get groomed enough, and so we're going to try to take better care of his fur. And then we did take out $100 to put back into our yearly fees, so that way we could rebuild it. Because if you remember from previous time, I took out from our yearly fees so that I could help, you know, make ends meet until the next payday. So I went ahead and I took that out and I put it in. Okay, so then we take a look at the rest of these transactions. We did have McDonald's. We had Dutch Brothers. That's my husband and I. And we had Dutch Brothers again. But it's like when you have extra money, you want to get the things that make you happy and you don't have as much guilt about doing it. So I felt really good. We went to Michael's and we got some decorations for the house. And my son had come down last weekend and we were able to spend time with him. It was great. I was so happy to have some family time and see my son because he's moved away, of course. And so since he's gone, I don't get to see him or talk to him as often. And I was so happy to see him. So we went to Michael's. We spent some money there for Halloween decorations, some fall decorations. And If I can, I'll share a picture with you guys, but it is so cool what we did. My husband said that it would be okay for us to take our doggy Leon to get groomed. I'll put a picture of him too. He is so cute. But it is kind of expensive to get him groomed. And that's because, of course, we wanted to use like a special shampoo for his skin, so that way he's not so itchy. And he does not have fleas. He's a very clean dog. It's just that his skin gets very dry, apparently. And so we had to use like a special soap for him. And then popcorn. There's this special popcorn store that's at the mall where Build-A-Bear is. And so my husband was like, he had not had that in a long time. And he's like, I'm going to get that popcorn. I'm like, okay. And then I went to Barnes & Noble and I got my membership renewed. And I bought this really cute pencil pouch. I got this really cute pencil pouch. It is adorable, and I thought it was beautiful. It says, there's no need to pretend that you are radiantly beautiful, because you are. And I saw that and I was like, oh my God, that's beautiful. And so I really want to look into these books and see what they're about. So I got that because it made me happy. And I also got something that I'm going to try, but I'll share that with you guys a little later, once the weekend comes around, because work is crazy. All right, sorry. Let's keep going. I had to take my daughter to the doctor to get some blood work done, and so we were able to do that. I love being able to do that and not being worried about where the money is going to come from. That is an amazing feeling. So we took care of that. We did have Little Caesars. We only bought one box of pizza, which was perfect. It is so much better than Pizza Hut. We had Pizza Hut the last time. It was not that great. And so we had Little Caesars, and we're like, oh my God, we wasted all that money for Pizza Hut when we should have just stuck with Little Caesars. So I'm happy about that. I went to take my son to breakfast at IHOP, and then of course we brought breakfast back home for everyone else because it was just for me and my son. And we had a really beautiful conversation, and he made me so happy. Oh, just thinking about it is making me cry again, but it's okay. We're gonna keep going. And then, of course, like I said, we went to Dutch Brothers again because it's so good. My husband allowed me to spoil myself with something from Erin Condren. So once that comes in, I'm gonna do a little Erin Condren haul, and I will share it with you guys because this made me happy. It was like, oh my gosh, this money came in like at the right time, because it has lifted a lot of problems. And I think it's, I thank God, because, so many problems at work, so many problems. And then thinking about the budget, thinking about this, it can become so stressful. This money came in and it just like made a huge difference. So I'm really grateful that, that it was able to be something to help us. Ally, I went ahead and I added an extra $85 into our savings. And so I went ahead and I already stuffed that as well. Pollo Loco, that's my husband. Walmart, we got a little bit of groceries. It was really good because my husband's like, why don't we just get a rotisserie chicken, some chips, and that way we can kind of make it last. And I was like, oh my God, that's a perfect idea. So that might be something that we do on the weekly because it's not as expensive. And hopefully we can, use that, because he said he wants to be able to make like some soup. And I have been wanting to try to make chicken salad. I don't know how, but I'd like to try, and maybe I'll try this weekend. I put gas again in my vehicle. I went ahead and I filled it up. I made an extra payment to the MasterCard. My husband wanted to watch a movie. It's called Weapons. It was really good. Like, I liked it. I know that some people may feel a little uneasy with it, but it was very interesting, and I enjoyed watching that. So I enjoyed watching it with my husband. I made an extra payment to my U.S. bank. And this is one of those debts that I'm not sharing anymore because my husband said that we shouldn't. But I did want to let you all know that I did make a payment for that. My husband did his own little spending. He spent like $175 on something he wanted. I was really thirsty at work and I didn't have any bottles of water in my office anymore, so I had to go to the vending machine to get some water. Dairy Queen. This was for my husband and I. We had lunch together, and then I went ahead and I gave in, and we have YouTube Premium now, so I'm not going to be having all those ads in the middle of videos. So I'm going to see how long that lasts, but my husband, he canceled his Sony, and I canceled my Canva, so together it's like, okay, well, we're not adding anything extra, and we took away something that we're not really using. So I was like, okay. That's why when my opening now, they're not going to be as fun. And that's okay, because guess what? We're trying to figure that out. And then, of course, I had Biology again. It was really good. And then my husband had Chili's. So this is where we're at. I think my husband and I were going to talk about how we want to spend the rest of this, unless we just want to have it kind of like as like a safety, you know, like how you have money to the side just in case something happens. That might be something that we do. But that's it. That's where we're at. And we get paid again on the 24th. And so we need to start planning for that budget. So that'll be my next video. Oh, okay. Well, here's to a happy Friday. Here's to a wonderful weekend. And I hope to hear from you all. Make sure that you like, you comment, you subscribe. And I'll get back to you guys. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.